Despite being a world apart, Hamburg and Chicago have a lot in common. Gloomy weather, elevated trains, sausage dishes, and oh yeah, submarines. Beyond the superficial similarities, these cities share an unexpected, submersible link. Two old-fashioned U-boats, the U-505 and U-434. Yes, German U-boats. Well, I don't know, maybe German is a bit of a stretch for one of them, and it's not the one you might initially think. Let's take a look at two stories of naval giants today, as we dive into the historical narratives that place these two undersea beasts on public display. This is the story of U-505 and U-434, two submarines on opposite sides of the world, linked together by history. June 26, 1954. The wind off Lake Michigan carried whispers of an unprecedented arrival that morning as a crowd gathered at the lakefront. The bustling cityscape of Chicago, a skyline dominated by steel and glass, and amidst it all, the silent emergence of a German U-boat from the lake. This was a captured relic from World War II, arriving on the shores with its final destination being the Museum of Science and Industry. This wasn't just a museum piece though. It was a symbol of triumph, a tangible victory over the perils of the Atlantic. The city buzzed with curiosity and excitement as the U-505 found its new home, carefully transported from a theater of war to the heart of the Midwest. The capture of U-505 was a remarkable feat during the Second World War. In June 1944, off the coast of West Africa, the U.S. Navy Task Group 22.3, led by Captain Daniel V. Gallery, detected U-505 on an anti-submarine patrol. What followed was an intense engagement between the U.S. Navy's destroyer escorts and the German U-boat. Despite sustaining damage, U-505 refused to surrender, prompting a daring boarding attempt. A group of brave sailors led by Lieutenant Albert David stormed the U-boat under heavy fire, and miraculously, they overcame staunch resistance to successfully seize control of the submarine. This audacious boarding not only secured a significant intelligence victory for the Allies by capturing codebooks and Enigma machines, but also provided crucial insights into German submarine technology and tactics, ultimately turning the tide of the Battle of the Atlantic. And now, less than a decade after the war had ended, here it stood, docked in Chicago. The arrival of U-505 in Chicago marked not only a pivotal moment in the city's history, but also the collective memory of World War II in the United States. As it was towed into the harbor, it carried with it the weight of the battles it had endured in the Atlantic. And this city, known for its towering architecture, suddenly found itself with a new landmark when it spoke of resilience and the shared victory of the Allied forces. This U-boat's journey from a weapon of war to a symbol of triumph over tyranny wasn't a simple feat. Transporting a massive submarine across the Atlantic wasn't just a logistical challenge, it was a statement. Now, let's fast forward to the present day, where U-505 stands as guardian of history at the Museum of Science and Industry. The meticulous care taken in preserving this piece of naval history is awe-inspiring. Every rivet, every hatch, and every piece of equipment tells a story. And the U-505 exhibit is not just a static display, it's a dynamic journey through time. Visitors walk through the cramped corridors, experiencing firsthand what it was like to be a submariner back then. The strategic placement of artifacts, coupled with expertly crafted narratives, brings to life the challenges faced by the crew during those tumultuous wartime patrols. And to boot, the display itself is now completely underground. The creation of the underground exhibit for U-505 was a marvel of engineering and ingenuity. To bring this massive German U-boat below ground level, the museum embarked on an ambitious excavation project. The process involved digging a large pit beneath the museum, carefully calculating the dimensions to accommodate the U-505, while allowing visitors to comfortably navigate around it seamlessly. The excavation process required precision to avoid compromising the structural integrity of the museum building. Engineers used state-of-the-art equipment to dig the pit, removing tons of soil while maintaining a delicate balance to prevent any subsidence. The challenge was not only in creating a space large enough for the U-505 itself, but also ensuring that the exhibit's structural foundation was robust enough to support the immense weight of the actual submarine. Once the pit was ready, a carefully orchestrated operation unfolded to transfer U-505 into its new underground home. The U-boat, weighing hundreds of tons, had to be delicately moved into the exhibit space. This involved a combination of hydraulic lifts, cranes, and a specially designed track system to guide it into position. The process demanded meticulous coordination and engineering expertise to ensure the submarine's safe and precise descent. As the U-505 was lowered into the exhibit space, preservationists and conservators closely monitored the entire operation, ensuring that the submarine's historical integrity remained intact. The exhibit was painstakingly designed to replicate the cramped conditions of a U-boat, allowing visitors to experience firsthand the challenges that were experienced back during World War II. And speaking of challenges, let's talk about the preservation process. The harsh Chicago winters and the constant exposure to Lake Michigan's elements took a toll on the submarine. However, the Museum of Science and Industry rose to the occasion, implementing innovative preservation techniques to protect this historical gem. From anti-corrosion treatments to controlled humidity environments, the preservation team employed cutting-edge methods to ensure that U-505 retained its authenticity for generations to come. It's not just a museum exhibit, it's a living testament to the dedication of those who fought and the ongoing commitment to educate and inspire. Now let's shift gears to the Cold War era. 1976 introduced the U-434, a formidable Project 641 Foxtrot-class submarine for the Soviet Navy. Navigating the geopolitical complexities of the time, U-434 patrolled the waters, playing a silent yet significant role in the intricate game of naval strategy. This class of submarines was designed for extended patrols and strategic operations, capable of carrying nuclear torpedoes and maintaining a submerged presence of extended periods. U-434 was no exception, serving as a silent sentinel beneath the waves in the tumultuous geopolitical landscape of the late 20th century. U-434 operated primarily in the northern Atlantic and Arctic regions, strategically positioned to monitor and respond to the movements of NATO forces. Its mission profile included intelligence gathering, surveillance, and maintaining a deterrent presence against potential adversaries. The submarine's advanced sonar and detection systems allow it to navigate the treacherous undersea terrain and monitor the activities of Western naval forces. The Cold War era was characterized by a delicate balance of power, and submarines like U-434 played a critical role in maintaining that equilibrium. Operating beneath the surface, these submarines were poised to strike or respond in the event of a conflict. Life aboard U-434 was challenging for its crew, as they navigated the confines of the submarine's interior during extended patrols. The submarine's operational capabilities were complemented by the dedication and expertise of the crew, who lived and worked in close quarters, enduring the physical and psychological strains of life underwater. The submarine's true mission during the Cold War was shrouded in secrecy, with its movements and activities closely guarded by the Soviet Navy. U-434's strategic importance was underscored by its role in projecting Soviet power and influence in the maritime theater. The risks and challenges faced by the submarine and its crew were emblematic of the broader tensions of the Cold War era. Then, in 2002, with the Cold War over for over a decade, and the subsequent downsizing of the Russian military, U-434 was decommissioned. The submarine, once a symbol of Soviet naval prowess, transitioned from an active player in geopolitical maneuvers to a historical artifact. Its decommissioning marked the end of an era, and U-434 found a new purpose as a museum ship, offering visitors a unique opportunity to step back in time and explore the intricacies of Cold War submarine operations. A transition from operational service to museum exhibit provides a tangible link to a bygone era, allowing present-day audiences to glimpse into the secret world of U-434's Cold War mission beneath the waves. After it was decommissioned in 2002, this underwater behemoth found a new permanent home in Hamburg, Germany, after being bought by a group of private investors. It still sits as a museum ship in the Elbe River to this day. The transformation of the U-434 into a museum involved meticulous restoration work, ensuring the safety of visitors exploring its confined spaces. Life aboard a Soviet submarine during the Cold War was a stark reality. Tight quarters, the omnipresent threat of nuclear war, and the challenges of patrolling Western European waters. This museum provides a tangible window into the historical challenges faced by Soviet naval crews. The metamorphosis of U-434 from a Cold War warrior to a museum exhibit was a painstaking process that demanded meticulous attention to detail. After being moved to Hamburg, it underwent extensive restoration in the harbor. The restoration team, composed of naval historians, engineers, and conservationists, faced the challenge of preserving not just the physical structure, but also the historical authenticity of this submarine, in many ways not dissimilar to the processes undergone by U-505 decades prior. Every nook and cranny of U-434 was scrutinized and restored to its original condition. From the cramped living quarters of the crew to the intricate control room, the restoration aimed to transport visitors back in time. The process involved deactivating any remaining functional systems while preserving the aesthetic and functional aspects that showcase the challenges above a Cold War Soviet submarine. This results in not just a museum, but a time capsule, allowing visitors to step into the shoes of Soviet submariners. The layout, artifacts, and even the subtle sounds within the museum echo the reality of Cold War naval operations. Exploring U-434 is not just a historical journey, it's an immersive experience that provides a visceral understanding of the era. Despite their differing origins, U-505 and U-434 share common ground as historical artifacts, offering profound insights into submarine technology, life in the times in which they are active, and the myriad challenges faced by their crews. These museum boats aren't mere tourist attractions, they stand as portals into the evolution of naval warfare. Before we conclude, let's acknowledge other significant submarines like the USS Nautilus and the K-19, which also shed light on the broader impact of submarines on military history. In summary, the U-505 and U-434 submarines serve as poignant reminders of both pivotal moments and the evolving nature of naval history over the past 100 years. Exploring these museums transcends a mere historical stroll. It's a journey through the complexities of underwater warfare and the technological advancements that have shaped military strategy. And that way, they managed to link these two cities that exist half a world apart. That concludes our extensive exploration of submarine history, or at least the history of these two specific submarines. And if you'd like to see more content like this on the Bytro channel here, this is something new we're trying, feel free to subscribe for continued deep dives into the annals of military history. Until next time, potentially, keep discovering, stay informed, and immerse yourself in the rich tapestry of our past.